Today on the spot, we kick off 2010 with a little muscle march, see what's new this week on Wii Shop channel, check out what new releases are hitting store shelves. Seth Killian drops by with a demo of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars, and we give away a copy of GameSpot's 2009 Game of the Year, Demon Souls. Did someone mention Muscle March? Today on the spot.
Hey everyone, welcome to Today on the Spot. My name is Brian, this is Sean. We've got a great show for you today, but before we get to the great stuff, let's get to Muscle March.
That's right, Brian. It's that moment you've all been waiting for, I don't know, 2.5 seconds now. Let's get into some Muscle March. So Brian, right now we're going to take a look at Muscle March. We're switching from our 2009 Game of the Year deliberations to a front-runner, an early front-runner for 2010 Game of the Year.
Like, I don't even understand the menu screen.
That's good, because you don't need to understand it.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Okay, so how do you play this game?
So basically, Muscle March is a game where you pose with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to look like a muscle man.
Okay.
So let's do a little single player. I'm going to choose...
Football guy.
Football.
Look, wait, watch him dance for a second.
Watch him dance.
Who mocapped that?
That's a good question. Somebody had to have mocap this. This could not come from an artist's mind. This is reality only.
Yeah.
So what? I think right now we're going to chase down a...
He stole your whey protein drink!
Oh no!
The bastard!
That imp.
Okay, now you've got to match the pose on screen.
Yeah.
Easy.
Do yourself a favor, do not look at my butt while I'm running.
I can't help it, now that you pointed it out. It moves independent of the rest of your body.
I know. Do you realize, like, the physics that went into this game?
Oh, man.
Like the shaking physics?
I tell you right now, she's doing P90X. Oh, somebody got
that
jacked.
Did slip.
Sorry, Rihamau. Only 2 more guys, and then you get the imp.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So it's slow down. Adibi, you're out. Now it's on.
Adibi.
There we go. Shake it. Now you're running 130 miles an hour right now.
Take that, fuchsia imp turn.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Now it got weird. All right, hit pause on that thing.
Now it got weird.
Yeah, I think that's enough of Muscle March. Anyway, there you go. That's Muscle March. That's how we're starting off 2010. But we have a great show for you today. And in addition to a demo of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom for Nintendo Wii, we've got this week on the Wii Shop channel, the news, new releases, a whole bunch of great stuff. But before we get to all of that stuff, let's hear from Tor Thorson and find out what's happening in the news.
Hey everyone, it's your first GameSpot news update of 2010. The future is now, and I'm Tor Thorson. Though Modern Warfare 2 hogged all of the December headlines, another game was racking up some impressive sales of its own. Nintendo announced today that new Super Mario Bros. Wii has sold nearly 4 million units in the US alone, helping Wii sales hit 3 million in December. And given the long tail of Wii titles, the latest platformer to feature the portly plumber will probably get many more gold coins in the year ahead. Speaking of coin, if you're a Dragon Age Origins fan, you better start saving them. That's because you'll need $40 to buy Awakening, the first full-fledged expansion to the RPG, which GameSpot named Best PC Game of 2009. Due out on March 16th worldwide for the PC, 360, and PS3, the major add-on will feature an all-new storyline that focuses on the rebuilding of the Grey Wardens after the bloody events of the original game's campaign. It will also raise the level cap, add new party members, and a whole new realm to explore. Last but not least, anyone worried that EA would be the latest sponsor to drop Tiger Woods can rest easy. Yesterday, EA Sports President Peter Moore announced it's all systems go for Tiger Woods' PGA Tour Online, the browser-based game which launches this month. The executive offered a strong statement of support for the scandal-plagued athlete, saying that whatever his personal problems, Woods remains one of the greatest athletes in history. No word, though, on whether the next console game will still feature Tiger Woods on the cover. Well, that's it, your first GameSpot news update of 2010. For more headlines like these, head on over to news.gamespot.com.
All right, thanks for that, Tor. Now, Sean, in addition to all the stuff we have going on the show today, we are also giving away a copy of Demon Souls. PS3.
Demon Souls, the 2009 GameSpot Game of the Year.
That's right.
It's a fantastic game. Everybody in the office loves it. They just can't get enough of it. That's coming up at the end of the show.
Yep.
Right now, we've got some new releases for you. We already showed you the most promising game on the near-term horizon, obviously Muscle March, but there's other games coming out too, so let's check those out.
The The gaming industry typically hits a wall during the first part of any given new year after having released games in excess during the holiday window. Not so in 2010, as publishers across the board pushed many of their big-name releases out of the holiday window and into the ostensibly more opportune early 2009 period. Though light on overall quantity, January sports a number of big-name releases. Released to solid sales in Japan last October, Bayonetta is the latest offering of Sega's partnership with Platinum Games. Produced by Hideki Kamiya, also known for Okami, Beautiful Joe, and the original Devil May Cry, Bayonetta features stylized third-person action following the scantily clad titular witch with a proclivity toward footborne firearms. THQ scored the second headline release for the week with its third-person actioner, Darksiders. Available for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, the game drops players into the role of War, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse of biblical fame. Astride his flaming steed Ruin, War triggers the end of days on Earth after falling victim to the foul machinations of a demon known as the Destroyer. He then sets on a quest to vanquish the Destroyer's minions along with the archdemon itself. For further details on the week's games, visit GameSpot's new releases page. Release dates are based on retailer listings and are subject to change.
Okay, now you're caught up with all the new releases. Let's get on with the show. But before we do that, let's check in with a Muscle March update.
Whoa.
What? Huh?
I just...
What is that bunny doing to that other bunny?
Is that legal?
How weird. Anyway, as you know, Muscle March is coming out on WiiWare in the next couple of weeks, and we want to get you guys caught up with everything that's happening on the Nintendo Wii Shop channel right now. What's he doing with his right arm?
You don't want to know.
This week on the Wii Shop channel sees a virtual truckload of WiiWare. Kicking things off is Heron, Steam Machine. In this game, you'll take control of a factory in which rubber duckies are produced by a large steam engine. Players will have to manage 4 different gauges and relieve pressure by rerouting pipes. Let any one of the gauges go into the red and the machine will blow. Compare high scores on online leaderboards or play cooperatively. Heron Steam Machine is available for 500 Wii points. If that sounds like too much pressure for you, why not try a nice relaxing game of pub darts? Compete in your favorite games including 501, Cricket, Around the Clock, Killers, and Baseball. Pub darts is 500 Wii points. Last of the WiiWare this week is Fast Draw Showdown, where you'll have to prove that you're the fastest gun in the West, or wherever you are. You'll put your reflexes to the test against some of the world's fastest, including Wes Flowers or any one of your friends in multiplayer. Fast Draw Showdown is yours for 500 WiiWare points. Last but not least is this week's virtual console treat, Final Fight 3 from the Super NES library. Players will return to Metro City as Guy, Dean, Lucia, or Mayor Mike Hagar in this classic brawler series. A new gang in town, Skullcross, has been responsible for recent acts of terror and vandalism, and it's up to the players to shut them down. Final Fight 3 can be yours for 800 Wii points. That's our quick look at the Wii Shop channel for the first week of 2010, but be sure to check back next week for more coverage on the Wii.
Alright guys, so that's your look at what's going on this week in the Wii Shop channel. Another game that's coming out for the Wii very soon is Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars, Brian.
It's got a huge cast, we know this.
A huge cast of characters whose names I mostly cannot pronounce.
Or even know who they are.
Exactly, but they've got a few cool ones like Frank West is in there, Dead Rising guy.
Absolutely.
Ricardo saw the game earlier this week and they unveiled a brand new character also. So let's have a look at that one right now.
Hey, it's Ricardo, and it is the beginning of a new year, and of course we have to get one more check-in with Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. And I'm joined by Capcom's Seth Killian, who is here to not just show us the game that we know, but show us a surprise. So what do you have?
That's right, we've got one more hidden surprise. It's a new character in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. This is Yatterman's partner. She's called Yatterman number 2 in the game, but her name is actually Ai-chan. She's a completely brand new character. And one of the most unique characters in the entire game, and personally my current favorite.
So she sort of looks like Yatterman in a catsuit, but it's not a palette swap, right?
Not at all. Completely new art, 100% new moves. So she's part of the Yatterman universe. She's like his partner in Crime Fighting Crime. That makes sense.
Sure.
And she's has like a million dirty setups, so that's my favorite thing about her. I love characters that can throw a lot of stuff out onto the screen. So she has these crazy sonic boom moves that can cause little electrical balls to be bouncing off the side of the screen, and they keep accelerating, and they can go up and down. They can go at an angle. It's insanity.
To be accurate, they're little hearts, which is adorable.
Yes, well, electrical hearts. They're still, they're not what you want to be hit by. So you can see one bouncing back and forth there across the screen. It's really powerful setups. She's got a super version of that same heart, which also has tons of tricks behind it. You can grow it to be as big as the entire screen. And she's also got a little helper super where she can summon a little friendly robot from the Tatsunoko world who will periodically attack you. So again, just tons of tricks.
And so she's got a little staff, or what is this?
Yes, it's like a little wand.
Little wand, okay. Wand's deadly as always. Now, we're having this demoed by kind of a ringer.
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to tell us who you brought with you?
This would be my friend Justin Wong, otherwise known as the US Street Fighter IV champ, probably the most legendary Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player of all time. And he also represented the US in Japan's big national tournament playing the original Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. So I thought, who better to come by and help us show off the brand new Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars character, Ai-chan.
So what's interesting is somebody like Justin is obviously into depth and things to sort of draw out of a game. And a lot of the questions that we get about this game is that it seems really simple because the attack system is just 4 buttons and all that jazz. So doesn't seem to be the case, right?
No, that's what's beautiful about. So that's why the Versus series are some of my favorite games. Period, is because they're really easy to pick up and play. You can just mash out some basic attacks, but obviously people like Justin are not interested in the game if it's all just button mashing. There is extreme amount of depth. So if you want to take it to the next level, and once you're done, you want to figure out the right order to mash your buttons, there's really a lot of complicated strategies that you can develop. Definitely on the order. This game actually has more complicated systems than Marvel vs. Capcom 2, ultimately. And I think people, again, thought of that as a sort of a button mashy game at the beginning, and then over the years, after watching people like Justin play, you realize there's an incredible amount going on here, and the same thing is very much true in Tatsunoko.
Now, Yatterman 2 is the last character, right? There's no other surprises?
It's the last one that I know about.
Okay.
There might be, I don't know, who could say?
Now, we've been messing around with the US version in the office, and the unlock system's pretty basic. Finish it with certain characters, unlock a character. How are folks going to get her? Can you say?
I can't yet say. So it won't be, it's not too impossible. Now that you know she's there, you won't have to work too terribly hard. I think just playing through the game like you would normally, you'll get to her eventually. But I'll leave that as a surprise to the players.
And the stuff we haven't shown yet, it has been online, because that's going to be one of the big features. So what do you guys have cooking for online?
Indeed, online is really nice. So I think this is the best online I've ever played on the Wii. It's really smooth. You can play against anybody you want. Once you've played against them, you can queue them up instantly. So if you and I want to play together a few times, once we get each other's info, we can start immediately, or you can find a quick match. The game will also rank or sort of evaluate the way you play to some degree, like whether you're a player that likes to block and run away a lot, whether you're aggressive, so it'll rate you with sort of like fire, ice, or lightning. So you get a little bit of intel about the guy you're going to face off against before the match, but not too much.
So Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Ultimate All-Stars coming out on the Wii January 26th.
You got it.
Exclusively, and then Fighting Sticks coming too, right?
Those will be hitting stores right around the same time, so keep your eyes peeled.
Very important. And that's it for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Be sure and check back on the site a little bit later this month for the review. Until then, come back and check out all the media, because we do not have enough Robot Pelicans on the site, and this is your chance to get caught up.
Well, there you go. There's your look at Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. What's the full name of that game? All-Stars?
Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars.
You got it. Well, there's your look at that game. We've had a Wii-centric day today, but remember, our trivia giveaway is for the PS3 version of Demon's Souls. Now we have a really, odd question, but we wanted to make sure you guys work for this one.
Odd is one way of putting it.
Yeah.
Almost impossible is another way of
It's
putting it.
not impossible. It just takes a little hard work.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, here's the question for a copy of GameSpot's 2009 Game of the Year, Demon's Souls. Tell us the 50th word that Kevin Van Ord utters in his video review of Demon's Souls for PS3. You can tell us that, type it in the form next to us, hit submit, it'll get to us. If you're the first one to know the 50th word that Kevin says in his video review of Demon's Souls for PlayStation 3, you win this very copy. That's an awesome prize though, because it's an awesome game.
It's worth it. It's worth the effort. That game is awesome. 2009 Game of the Year.
Absolutely. So, a great show, Sean.
Very
I had
great
a lot
show.
of fun, but I think before we sign off, maybe we want to do one more Muscle March update.
Sorry, Brian. I already beat the game. There's really just nothing left to show except for the credit sequence.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. I know.
All right, well, see you on Thursday, guys.
All right.
人生を生きてください